Okay, here we are. Welcome to the inaugural lecture of literature written by me. Now, basically, I've emulated the SAT here and allowed you to view problems that are based on literature, because everybody complains about literature. And I can see why. Literature is not so easy. Let's start right away. Let's go into question number 1. Okay, the first question asks, now remember they're going to be in order. In lines 1 through 2, the narrator uses quotation marks primarily in order to do what? Okay, it just says in order to do what, which is the answer. Now, let's see what the quotation marks are around. Quotation marks are used for what? Several things. One, to indicate direct speech, right? He said, comma, quotation mark, go home, whatever, okay? Another is to indicate a specific term, like in biology, okay? One that comes to mind is smokers. It comes out in a GRE passage. For instance, when you think of a smoker, what do you think of? Somebody who smokes cigarettes? Probably, right? Or somebody who's on fire. Now, if you put quotation marks around smokers, it means it's a specific term, okay? So, for instance, smokers are vents that release hot water in the ocean. So they would put quotation marks around smokers to indicate it's not the original meaning that you think it is. It's a topic-specific meaning. Or it could indicate some kind of doubt. And this is the most crucial thing that you should realize, okay? Somehow it shows that something is not true, okay? It's a form of sarcasm. Now, let's see what it says in line 1 through 2. Boom, 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 boom. I had on that day offended Aunt Katie, and it's Aunt Katie in quotation marks. Now, this isn't like a biology passage, so Aunt Katie is not a specific term. It's Aunt Katie, okay? And Aunt Katie didn't say anything, so it's not that. So what else could it be? It could be that it's not Aunt Katie. Aha. Now, called aunt by way of respect. Okay, see? Quotation around aunt. See? The aunt is about respect. She's not really an aunt. So they say aunt. Okay, so he's putting doubt on the term aunt. Okay, so the whole point is that this lady Katie, I know that rhymes, but she's a lady, or woman. This woman Katie is not really his aunt. Okay, so let's see which one says not really his aunt. Underscore the point that Aunt Katie is a relative. Well, this is the opposite. That's out. Emphasize the respect accorded to Aunt Katie. It could be for, quotation marks could be used for emphasis, but we're looking for the doubt answer. Okay? Highlight Aunt Katie's strict nature. No, it's not about being strict. Indicate that Aunt Katie felt offended. Is it really about her feelings? No. Reveal that he is not related to Aunt Katie. Bingo, here it is. The whole point of the quotation marks is to say that they're not related. She's not really his aunt. Bingo, E. See, if you know what quotation marks are used for, and the SAT asks about it, it's very easy, okay? Moving on. I'm very proud of the questions I made, by the way. In lines 9 through 10, the phrase, that is breakfast, primarily serves to do what? Okay, what's the point of that breakfast thing in lines 9 through 10? Let's see what it says. Notice we haven't read the passage yet. You don't need to read the passage. Okay, that is from after breakfast. Okay. What the hell? Notice there's a little line here. Okay, that's like extra information, explanation. Okay. Let's see what the whole sentence says, because you should always know what the whole sentence says. Wow, this is a pretty damn long sentence. Let's start here. But she had, because, it's a semicolon, so this is like a new sentence anyway. But she had adopted that day her favorite mode of punishing me, namely making me go without food all day. Okay, so she's a starvation queen. She wants to starve this little kid, okay, for punishment. And it says, that is from after breakfast. Okay, so basically he gets to eat breakfast. It says food all day. Oh, starting after breakfast. Okay, so it's extra information about the punishment. Number 2 says emphasize the degree of the punishment. Is it really about the degree of the punishment? How harsh it is? It's possible because it says after breakfast. So we'll leave that. Indicate the specific time of the punishment. Is the whole point to say what specific time it is? No. Qualify the time period of the punishment. Is it to narrow down the time period? Because he says all day. Well, no, not really all day. It's from after. It's possible. It's between A and C. Show the brief nature of the punishment. Is the whole point that the punishment is brief? He says all day, which implies long time. Divulge the nature of the punishment. It's not about the nature of the punishment. Okay. So is it emphasize the degree of the punishment or qualify the time period of the punishment? Well, we're going to have to go with C. If you don't know, you should pick C anyway, because you should always choose, if you get down to 2 answers, always choose the second one. Why? Well, because they're going to try to trick you. And they'll put the trick first usually, and then the real answer second. Now, if they do that all the time, it's not effective. So they'll do that about 60-70% of the time. So if you're not sure, choose the second one. I'm not guaranteeing it's going to be right. I'm just saying you have a better, if you don't know, you have a better chance by choosing the second one. But let's see why the second one is better here. Emphasize the degree of the punishment. It's not really, is it about degree of the punishment or time period? That's the issue. And is it emphasis or qualification? Well, when you qualify something, it would be something like, let's say, I hate all women. I hate all women except for my sister and my mother. Now, when I say I hate all women, which I don't, and my wife, if I hate all women, that's a pretty strong statement, isn't it? Because it's all. Now, I'm going to narrow that down and I'm going to qualify it. And I'm going to say, except for these 3 people, my wife, my sister, and my mother. Notice I put my wife first that time. Now, so she says all day, well, no, wait. Well, starting after breakfast. So it is qualifying the time period. It's not emphasizing the degree. Okay? We don't know what the degree of the punishment is, except that he doesn't get to eat. It's pretty simple. Okay? Now, if C said something like qualify the time period of the donkey, okay, then I would go with A. But C is there, so it's better than A. Okay? And remember, you got to look for the best answer, not the 100% correct answer. Sometimes the 100% correct answer is the best answer. Okay? But the best answer is not always 100% correct. Okay? So C is better than A. Everybody understand that? Good.